Hello everybody and welcome back. This is an update on Inscryption and everything thereof. So basically the last time we played it was just failure after failure, and this first half of the video is gonna, well, not first half, first few minutes is gonna be an anticipating build up for it all to be taken in vain. I didn't forget and I didn't want to just put it off to the wayside, nor am I gonna just give up on it, because it is a challenge and we know we like to see things through to the end here. So I keep at it in between, you know, recording other stuff and things of that nature. But what I've been doing is, if I have a run that I'm like, okay, this is good, a good start, whatever, then I just go ahead and, you know, get ready to keep it, to log it, and then go from there. So we start with the trapper, and anytime you start with the trapper in a run like this, it's never good. You don't typically want to start with the trapper. You want to have something that you could either fight against. And that sounds weird, I know. It's just more difficult. It's manageable, but it's more difficult. And the ideal is either the angler or the prospector. The angler is easier to get through, especially if you already have like a starting powerhouse of a team, because all he's going to do is do dive bombs. He's going to use like the kingfishers and things like that, so it's not really an issue. But the prospector, you get the secondary deck. Well, not really secondary deck, you just get another hand, and you can manage your way through with that. But you can still do it with the angler. It's just not. The ideal thing is to start with the prospector. You want to go in order. That's kind of the idea of it. But you don't, because it's random, which also throws the challenge. But for me, I never like starting off with the trapper. It sucks. It sucks starting off with the trapper. It's not good. But we manage it. Not really. I'm lying. We don't manage it, and that's why we restart. We restart because it's not manageable. I don't like doing it. I do not like doing it, because you get pitted and all your creatures just get shoved off to the wayside, or, you know, killed. And it's not a fun time. It's not a fun time, especially if you have one that you're dependent on for the bears that come after. It's not fun. So you see, I was restarting and restarting and restarting until finally I had a battle, and I'm like, you know what? Just get rid of it. We'll start over. So that's what we do. We start over, and I do let the trapper do his thing, whatever. Be like, yeah, my next victim. So that this way we can go ahead and not get the possum. We get both hair pelts. Because the idea is, you know, we want to make some progress. We don't want to be hindered by anything. So we started off, and I immediately go to the fire, and you know how it goes. So we go to the fire and then power up. That's what I chose to power up, because I'm like, oh, it's got evolving. So it's going to be really good once it evolves. And that's kind of my plan, is to double attack with the what do you call it? Dire wolf? No. Whichever. That's my plan with this. Yeah, it is dire wolf. So that's my plan, is to use the dire wolf and then stave off with turns from other creatures, because we want to build up the defense and the offense. So that's what I've been trying to do, because, you know, there has to be a way. You know, they wouldn't implement all of these challenges in the game if there was no way to do it. And plus, there are other people that said it's possible. Ray Sherman, for example, has done it. And he's doing it with Magnificus mod. I had to think of that for a second. I'm like, God, what was it? But, yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is going to unlock other stuff or not. But I'm going to do it anyway. because I want to see, I want to know what happens. You know, I don't want to be left in the dark, alone in the dark. You know what I mean? So, we are going to roll through with it. We are going to keep going with it. And we're just going to try. That's all we can do is try. And I think this is a good deck for it. My fear is that I'm going to get cards. I'm going to get too many cards that I can't get rid of. And then I won't be able to draw what I want. So, hopefully we run into the brothers. Or hopefully we get some, you know, of those, I call them the kill-off totems. Like, they just kind of like, you sacrifice a creature. And if you have the blood goat, you can actually get a shitload of bones at the beginning of the match. So, pro tip, if you see an X on a map and you have a blood goat and you don't need it, use it for the blood goat. And I just wanna get ahead in this. It's been way too long, and I've been dragging heel on it because I've been focusing on other things, focusing on music, focusing on making other videos, starting new games. Like, I still haven't even done Darksiders. Like, bro, what's wrong with me? I'm tired of starting stuff and then not being able to, like, pull a finish until, like, you know, months and months later until I could start it. So I gotta get my shit together, and then we can go from there. But I do want to do eventually a run of this that isn't just, you know, double speed and then me talking into it, me rambling like an idiot into the mic. I want to do an actual run like we used to. I feel like that's more when you react in the moment, you know what I mean? It's kind of a different pull than from me explaining it like, well, I was upset at this, I was happy with this, I was sad with this. It was not good, it was not bad. It was somewhere in between. It was somewhere over the rainbow, and it was under the rainbow. But where was it at intentionally? See, like, I don't, like, you can do that with some things, but I don't want to keep doing it for Inscryption, because a lot of people want to see it, you know, in real time, I guess you can call it. You don't want to hear me rambling on about nonsensical things for 10 to 20 minutes while the video plays in 2 times speed, because I know that I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about what happened, because it's going to be obvious what happens, and it's like, or things have been recorded so long away that when it did happen, I was surprised. Like the very first video, I forgot about it. I totally forgot that happened. And I was watching some of it, and I'm like, why didn't I delete it or whatever? And I'm like, well, it's a good thing I didn't, so that this way I could show like some failure, because you're gonna have a lot of it, and that's a lot that doesn't get posted on here, is a lot of the failure that happens. I usually just post an update with a positive, and there's a lot of failure that happens. There's a lot of times where you're doing great in a run, and then they just come and they take it away. So I think for a game like Inscryption, though, it's better suited to react in the moment. So I think for the next part of it, that's what we're gonna do. I don't want to do another video like this. I've done like 3 or 4 where they're just updates, small videos, and whatever. And it's almost like an injustice, because the game is really good. Just because you fail at something doesn't mean that the game itself is bad. It just means you are bad. I suck at this game, and that's okay, because one day I'm going to be a pro. I'm going to be a pro Inscryption player, and I'm going to get the cards in real life, and then I'm going to dress up like the prospector and be like, where's Shmi Gold? No, I'm not doing any of that. Don't listen to me. But anyway, that's what I want to do. The plan is, since I'm in a good spot now, as far as like where we're at in our save, we're just going to go ahead and pull the next video in real time, and then go from there. just enjoy what we have. So with that being said, everybody, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I appreciate you all. Really, I do. So let's get it. Let's go. 1K, gang. Let's keep on rocking. And thank you again. I really appreciate you all.